Hello beautiful people, it's a girl Gine and it's Gine Signature. So I welcome you all to my tutorial for today. So if this is what you're interested in, please sit back, relax and enjoy it. So this is an asymmetric neckline crop top with a cut together sleeve, and then of course a palazzo trouser with a sunray fabric, a flowered sunray fabric. So this came out very beautiful as you saw on the thumbnail. So if this is what you're interested in, like I said at the beginning of the video, sit back, relax and enjoy it. And if this is your first time of coming across my tutorials, I highly welcome you. Please don't forget to enjoy the beautiful tutorial that I'm going to be dishing out right about now. So without wasting further ado, I'll be going over to the cutting table. So now, in order for you to cut a palazzo trouser, if you're a beginner or you're just learning, you don't know how to draft accurate palazzo trouser, please just head over to my channel. You'll see several tutorials on how to do this that I already have it there. So that's why this one is like in a fast forward mode, and when you sew your trousers, all the crotch and everything is going to be sitting perfectly well. So if you want to know how I achieved all this, please just go over to my channel and then check out for how to cut a palazzo trouser. It's well detailed and you're going to be enjoying it. Yeah, so I've gone ahead to cut out both my front and my back pieces, as you can see. So for this type of fabric, you don't need to add a pocket, because if you add a pocket, it's going to be sagging, so there's no need to add a pocket. So all you need to do is to just go ahead, slit it open, because it has to be in two pieces. And then the waistline for the front, from the crotch area like that, just slanting half an inch. This is just for it to sit perfectly when you fix your band. So now we're going over to cutting of the top, which is actually the AOC. So now you're going to be folding your fabric based on where you want your measurement from your shoulder to the sleeve, from the middle back of your shoulder to where you want your sleeve to get to, because it's going to be an asymmetric neckline. I believe you understand what I'm trying to say. So now my fabric was not really actually enough for that shoulder to the sleeve length that I would want, because I'm going to be cutting both the front and the back at the same time. So it was not enough actually, but I ended up adding the sleeve part, like joining it later, to make it up for the length of the sleeve. You understand what I mean? So that's what I'm going to be doing, but I'll just go ahead and do whatever now. So I came down by 1.5 inches for the shoulder slope, and then for the neck width I made use of 3, and then for the round sleeve I came down by about 8 inches or 9 inches, yeah. And then I took in my bust measurement, gave it 1 inch for ease, and then 1 inch for that. So whatever I have on the bust is what I have on the waist line. So depending on where you want your top to get to, that's how you're going to be getting the length for the top. So I'll go ahead now and then cut this out. This is very easy. I already have a similar tutorial on my channel too, but I just felt like this is going to be like a bonus track. So like this, I'm tell you that I was going to be adding to that. So this is what we have after cutting it. So I'll just place them as if I've already sewn the clothes, wrong sides facing each other. So the right sides are going to be facing you and the right side is going to be facing the table. So depending on the side where you want your symmetric neckline to be, for this part you can see that it's on the left hand side. So I'm going to be slanting. I came down by 2.5 inches from that part, and then I slanted it to meet the neck width that I had initially. I believe you understand what I did. So this is what I have right now, because my client does not want it to be too deep. So I will be making up for my sleeve and then extend it on both sides. So I've gone ahead to do that, and this is what we have. So you can see I ended up attaching it like this to give it that length that my client at least wants. So now the next thing to do now is to cut out my facings, and then I'll turn it with my facings. I don't want to use a bias. I just want it to be as neat as possible, just like you saw it on the thumbnail. So go ahead and cut out your facings, and then you're going to be turning it with it, and then I'll be back to show you how it looks. So I've gone ahead to do that, and this is what we have. So I've gone ahead to turn it with my facings and then giving it a very good press. I used my hemming gum to attach this so that it will not be flying up and down. So you can see I just gave it a little bit of a press, and that is what we have. So just place right sides facing each other now. Just place right sides facing each other like so. And then the next thing we're going to be doing that we're going to be joining it on the shoulder. I'm going to be joining on this part that has its normal shoulder first. Then for the other side that is going to be like an asymmetric neckline, all you need to do is to measure about 15 to 16 inches depending on how off your client wants her own to be. But for this particular client, I made use of 16 inches. From this other neckline that I slanted like this, I just measured about 15 inches, and then I sew from that point to the lower to the end like so. And then you're going to be folding the sleeves, the round sleeves opening. You fold it by half an inch. But if you want it to be very neat, you can make use of a bias as well. And then the next thing to do is to just go ahead and then sew like about a quarter or half inch on both sides to close it up. And then for the lower part of the top, I'll be attaching a rope. You can make use of an elastic as well if you just don't like tying, but I would prefer tying so that you will be able to adjust it as you please anytime you want to wear it. So I'll just go ahead, do my casing, and then attach the rope. And you can see right here I've gone ahead to do that. So just create a small hole there where you pass your rope, I beg your pardon, and then you can see you can adjust to the firmness you want to have on your body. And so that is how we'll come to the end of this beautiful tutorial today. So if you enjoyed watching it, please don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, and don't forget to share. So thank you all. Like I always say, this is Genius Signatures, and I'm signing out. See you all on my next tutorial. Ciao.